400 metres, starter hit the lever. Mr. Persuader slow to go, so was Equator. What a Poet landed in as the early leader. In second, a silver finalist, Bold Strategy. Then comes Royce Power. They're followed by General MacArthur. Jammers racing about 6 or 7 lengths off the leader. Whirlaway Lad is on the outside of runners. Then comes Mambo. Equator is second to last, and Mr. Persuader's the trailer. 900 to go, and What a Poet is controlling the pace. Silver finalist is out the rail second, then Bold Strategy, General MacArthur and Royce Power. Jammers now racing about 7 or 8 lengths off the leader. They're really starting to stretch out as they go to the 600-metre marker. Further back in the field is Mambo as they come to the corner. No false rail as they turn for home. And the leader is What a Poet. Silver finalist is second, then Bold Strategy, Royce Power. Jammers still got about 7 or 8 lengths to make up. Top of the lane, 400 to go, and What a Poet is still the leader. And it's What a Poet. Behind that, Silver finalist as they come to the 200. But What a Poet continues to find. And it's What a Poet. Silver finalist is trying to close it down. But What a Poet still going. And What a Poet's going to go from gun to tape. What a Poet won it. Second position, silver finalist, then Jammer, and behind that, Royce Power. Number 11, What a Poet. Well, they said more ground. Led from the word go, the Dylan Thomas. Still ended up toed favourite and ends up winning it by 2.5 lengths. Charles led, and they win it well. So number 11 shows up on the toed 240, the toed favourite, and won it well. Won it by about 2.5 lengths. The second position will go to silver finalist. That's number 3. That will run into second. Jammer started taking off when the race was over, runs into third position, and the fourth placing is Royce Power. But victory is for What a Poet. It's a well-detached field. They were really stretched out. Bold Strategies further back in the run. So we continue to go across, and then came number 4, Whirlaway Lad. So the winner, What a Poet. You can see head still twisted, very green. The stick is in the left hand at this stage, then gets changed to the right hand once you drift to the middle of the track. And What a Poet just continues to rally and wins it convincingly. So number 11 wins it, and he wins it well. £2.40, the toed favourite. Remember, for your pick 6, this was the first timer, and it qualifies with number 3 silver finalist. And of course, number 1 Relish, because What a Poet ended up the toed favourite. Until the running of the 5th, back to the studio.
Well, we've just seen a smart performance from number 11, What a Poet, the Australian son of Dylan Thomas, and he's just blown them away. From the time he went down to the gate, he looked a cut above them. And let's get Charles into the picture here. Just looking at him in the ring and watching him go down to the start. Obviously, could be looking for a tad further, but he's a top horse.
I think so, Sheldon. I really didn't think he'd have that early toe, so I was frightened that if he didn't actually get out, he might get lost behind him. But, you know, he's been here a couple of times, only to the poly, so he knows more or less what to do. We've had him in miles and 1800. I just can't get him with a decent draw. Raymond likes to have a few pound. I said I can't give you that sort of confidence. If it was a mile or 18, you know, you can empty. But listen, he's a decent horse, and please God, he goes on from here. Thank you to Andy. Andy bought him. And to Costa, who's in here. I know he's going overseas tonight. Well, at least he can enjoy it.
There we go. Well done, Charles.
Thank you.
Anton Marcus making the appearance here, number 11, What a Poet. At the gates there, tell us about that.
Yes, he's shown us that he's looking for quite a bit further at home, you know, so if he happened to jump today, which he did, that was just our concern. I was always going to make it a decent run 7. And I think he's also with a fair amount of scope. With respect, he didn't beat much today, but we're happy with the win.
Ice Machine coming up, the 1200. Tad sharp, but he's got the class.
He has got the class. I'm a bit worried about the going. It's pretty firm out there. I'm not saying he's not good enough to win. I believe he is good enough to win it, but he may just feel a little bit today.
Obviously, they're running on the turf now, so you can take it a little bit firm, so the horses from behind, they might have their work cut out.
Not necessarily. I think everything's pace related, you know, so I wouldn't read into that at all.
Well done, Anton.
Thank you.
Who's coming through to have a chat? We've got Andy Williams, the Kudaks that want to come into the picture here, a well-bred son of Dylan Thomas. Now, Andy, you made the trip today and it's worthwhile.
Yeah, without a doubt. Firstly, I'd like to thank Charles and his team. They've done a great job there. Anton, the horse was a bit green, but he looked after him very nicely. And to my partners, good luck to them.
Going through the 800 when Anton had a clock behind you, you could notice poetry in motion.
I'm glad you think so. But yeah, look, you know, he's a horse that's going to stay. This is not his distance. His distance is 2,000 metres plus. So we just hope for the best and see how he keeps going.
Congratulations and enjoy. Well done to the connections. Number 11, What a Poet, the son of Dylan Thomas. He bounced out the machine and the rest is history.